So for most of us, I think it's safe to say wanting to be healthier usually means, making better food choices, drinking more water, trying to get to the gym more regularly. But the wellness industry is so much more than that. People are spending big. Just try Googling vitamins and supplements and you'll see. The CDC estimates that Americans spend more than $30 billion a year on complementary health, things like supplements, juice cleanses, acupuncture, and holistic care. At best, some alternative treatments, just end up draining your wallet. At worst, you're putting your health at risk. Joining me now is Dr. Nina Shapiro. Her new book is called Hype, A Doctor's Guide to Medical Myths, Exaggerated Claims, and Bad Advice, How to Tell What's Real and What's Not. I feel like this might have come from some crazy questions you got in the office, Dr. Shapiro.
Never. Living in Los Angeles, I don't hear anything crazy.
But was this sort of you wanted to do this as a field guide? Because you probably get lots of questions.
I do. I get questions at work. I get questions from friends, parents of kids. So it's really coming at us. And also what we hear on a daily basis. It's astounding how much information we get
and
how we figure it out.
Let's be honest, too. How we figure it out is, I think we've all done that. Like, let me just check online here. My ankle's been making this clicking sound.
Yes.
And we go online, and as we know, it's not known for its truthiness, the interwebs.
Correct. And, frankly, doctors go online, too.
Yeah.
So we do it, too.
What do you suggest? How do we best use the internet?
So when you have a problem, I think it's best to start simple. For instance, you mentioned supplements. So if you look up any supplement and say vitamin C cures colds, you're going to find what you're looking for, which is that vitamin C cures colds. But if you just look up, let's say, vitamin C, you can learn about it and see what you really need and how much you're getting in your diet, and then realize, I don't really need to take vitamin C supplements because I'm getting enough just by eating human food.
Right, and make sure you go to trustworthy sites and sources as well. Yeah. One of the other things that I know is that, the wellness industry, as I mentioned in the intro there, is, so many people are looking at things like cleanses and supplements and holistic methods. And there is some benefit to holistic methods.
It's, all that stuff is good, and we call it complementary medicine. It is in addition to traditional medicine. And the thing about the wellness industry, and I think this is very interesting, we as a country spend more money on wellness than we do on illness.
Isn't that interesting?
So it's a lot of this extra stuff, and some of it's good, again, some of it's harmless.
So then how do you tell fact from fiction in that regard?
So I think, you have to look at not just advertisements, and that, talked about the internet when you're looking at it, and if it says it's an ad, it is an advertisement, so by virtue of that, it's going to be biased. And with any of all this other stuff, you have to really think about what it's doing and why do you need it. If you're thinking about you're feeling toxic and I need a detox, or you're feeling contaminated and I need a cleanse, you have internal organs to do that. You have a liver, you have a kidney, you have an intestinal tract that does a lot of the work that all of these extra things are unnecessary.
So this whole cleanse thing that the nation is on, it's a bunch of hooey?
Well, here's the thing. The short answer is yes, but the long answer is no, because if it makes you feel better, which is the placebo effect, but again, that's fine, and that is
And if it keeps you from eating a regular diet of Doritos, it's probably a good thing, right?
It's harmless, it's expensive, but it's rarely going to do anything negative unless you're doing it instead of traditional treatment.
Now, in terms of the supplements and vitamins and things, your doctor will probably tell you if you have a vitamin D deficiency and if you need to supplement it.
Exactly.
It's probably not good to sort of self-diagnose and then self-medicate, which is self-supplement.
Right. And people think that because you don't need a prescription that it's not really medicine, or it's not really important, or I don't even need to tell my doctor that I'm taking these supplements. But they are medicine just because you don't need a prescription to get them. Okay,
and how about the diets and all, because again, Los Angeles, we are known for our crash diets, or, I'm just not going to eat gluten.
Yes.
Gluten's the bad guy this day, or no carbs.
Yeah. Or not eat at all, just starve yourself.
I suppose not everybody is not created equally. I mean, what's good for one person may not be good for another.
And gluten intolerance is very different from really a gluten problem like celiac disease. So some people feel better if they don't eat gluten, then don't eat gluten. But you have to understand that it's not really that you have an allergy to something. Dairy is a big one. I cut out dairy and I don't get colds anymore. And you know what, frankly, if it makes you feel better, that's fine. But really don't jump on the bandwagon because you think it is something that it isn't.
It's costing you money and it's probably causing you undue stress.
Yeah, and you're missing out on some pretty healthy foods.
Yeah, we do love cheese.
Yes, we do.
All right, the book's called Hype. You probably have somebody in your family that needs to read it. I know I need to now and then. Dr. Shapiro, congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being
Thanks for
here.
having me. Thanks.